Progressive Democratic Patriots relaunches for local government elections. Watson Duke vies for the mayor of Port of Spain, and the senior superintendent, Roger Alexander, cautions citizens on road alert groups. Good evening, I'm Patricia Nicholson-Richards. Welcome to the Tobago Updates television news for Wednesday, 2nd August 2023. Topping the news tonight, without fanfare, the Progressive Democratic Patriots launched its candidates for the local government elections. Political leader Watson Duke said the quiet launch was deliberate because it's part of their strategy to tactically work the ground in order to unseat the PNM in areas such as Port of Spain. Reporter Candice Jackson has the details.
Reminiscent of his political campaign in 2015, PDP political leader Watson Duke said he is keeping his campaign at the grassroots level. Duke spoke at the official launch of the party's candidates on Tuesday and announced they are choosing a different approach from other parties contesting the elections.
Do not underestimate the PDP. There is something called timing. And as we traverse around, we hear people saying, hey, time for change.
When Duke contested the Tobago East seat in the 2015 general elections, he campaigned through communities with only a blowhorn. After that election, he garnered enough support to grow the PDP, which eventually unseated the PNM at the 2021 THA elections. He said it is the same strategy he is applying to the local government elections.
Whether they give it to me or not, whether they give it to PDP or not, PDP now holds the title of the strongest political party in this country.
Before deciding on this strategy, Duke admitted he entertained conversations with the UNC, who formed alliances with other political parties.
So when the UNC came to us and we spoke with the UNC, we recognized that we can be part of that organization. We cannot be part of that.
Duke said he is not contesting a seat for councillor, but he is listed as a candidate for alderman, which will be determined after the votes are tallied. He revealed he is seeking the mayor position if the party has enough votes in their favor for Port of Spain. However, Duke said other political parties are not transparent with their burgesses regarding the choices for mayors and chairmen.
But they are running roughshod over our heads. They think we are dumb. And all you are electing is a councillor. So why is it the political leaders are so involved? Why is it that they are so involved and they are not running for a seat?
Among the issues Duke believes are most important for the elections is employment.
So not to work is to frustrate the youths and push them to the edges of engaging in activities that we regard as misbehavior. We have to put our young people to work, our senior people back to work. Local government is about that.
Duke also expressed intentions to clean up the city so that it is aesthetically pleasing. The local government elections is set for Monday, 14th August. I am Candice Jackson for Tobago Updates Television News.
Well, while Duke continues to campaign with the PDP in Trinidad, questions remain about his future as assemblyman for Roxborough Argyle in Tobago. When questioned on Good Morning Tobago, Duke chose not to make any definite announcements.
Well, I would say I will not cross the water unless my feet first touch it. I will not cross the river, unless my feet first touch the water. So let my feet touch the water and then I will see how I'll cross that river.
According to the THA Act, an assemblyman or councillor is prohibited from holding other positions in any other arm of government. The same rule applies to representatives serving in local government, Parliament and the Senate. Ubuntu means the spirit of community, and it seems to be alive within the Tobago space. By Christmas, it is expected that one Tobago family would move into a new abode. This will become possible through a joint effort between the Unemployment Relief Program and the Buku Moravian Church. Janae Campbell tells us more.
This project was described as a labor of love. The collaboration worked through the provision of material by church members while URP provided the labor. Hyacinth Taylor, missionary and project coordinator, highlighted the need for the philanthropy.
We had the sister and brother in the church who had some serious challenges. After they got married and the husband became paralyzed from his waist down. We had been helping along with the rent and stuff like that, but then we said this thing look permanent, they have to have our own home. And so we approached the THF, so we got a piece of state land.
Foreman of the gang, Mr. Critchlow shared his pleasure in being a part of this humanitarian endeavor, though they experienced several challenges during the construction.
The cause of it is help a disabled family. And that alone makes me feel good to know we're helping out somebody. We just provide the labor and the church bring the material. Due to the weather, we had to hold up a kind of way until we get out of the ground, because we had to condemn some beams down in the ground, what the cave in, and start from fresh.
In order for this home to be completed in time for the Christmas deadline, outstanding works must be done. Mrs. Taylor is therefore calling on the benevolent public to aid the church's project to facilitate its timely accomplishment.
Right now, as you see, we're gonna need help with the roof. The roof, plumbing and electrical, in order for us to really get them to move in by December. We are just doing it to help a family, a needy family. And so we are asking, we want the roof to be covered, a plumbing and electrical, windows and doors. And so if anybody could really assist in whatever way, we'll be thankful.
Janet Campbell, Tobago Updates Television News.
More news coming up after the break. Stay with us.
Jade Monkey! Stand tall! We celebrate a living legend, Curtis Grant, the Outer International General Grant. As I send me on a mission, as I want to. Granty! On the 6th of August, it's a celebration with the General Grant, and he's coming with his friends, Gardnerite, Ziggy Rankin, Ice Sasha, and Prophet Benjamin. Your DJs, Trendsetter Goofy, and adjacent G Artistry, Dreads International. Admission only $100 at the door. You pay more. Get your tickets now at Jade Monkey Bar, Barcode, Happy Place Bar, and Pablo Supermarket. For more information, call 266-6626 or 366-0991. Follow us on Instagram at Jade Monkey Bar TBG, on Facebook at Jade Monkey Bar Tobago. It's a celebration with the General Grant on the 6th of August from 9 p.m. at the Jade Monkey. This event powered by Digicel, Carib, Cool Control Air Conditioning, and Blue Heron Establishment.
October will never be better with Tobago Carnival fever. Book your passage and come on over. This is how it's gonna go. They better look up below, 'cause this is your show, and everybody's gonna know. Say it to them once again. They better look up below. This is your show, and everybody's gonna know. That's how it's gonna go. They better look up below, 'cause this is your show.
From the experts that created the Zinger sandwich comes the KFC Crispy Barbecue Zinger.
The only one I see is you.
Cheddar cheese, crispy onions, the most delicious Kentucky Fried Chicken, and barbecue sauce. Get ready for a whole new level of flavor.
That individuals do not post details of police activities on social media groups. Senior Superintendent Roger Alexander brought up the subject on Monday night's CCN TV6's Beyond the Tape. To collaborate and begin efforts to improve the safety of motor vehicles on the road, licensed officers from Trinidad were deported to Tobago alongside the TTPS. According to Mr. Alexander, it is understandable if members of a particular group wish to exchange information about increased traffic in a particular area. Speaking on the location police officers may be operating is not a wise course of action. Studies have shown that criminal elements are also present in these chats, and these various group chats has helped them change course to avoid police interaction. Residents are being advised to avoid these activities as they may have negative effects. Well, Trinidad and Tobago was the first country to honor the emancipation of enslaved Africans by declaring it a holiday on August 1st, 1985. In Tobago, emancipation celebrations brought the curtains to a close for the Tobago Heritage Festival. Janae Campbell has more.
Emancipation celebrations in Tobago witnessed a dynamic return coming out of the COVID-19 pandemic. The atmosphere in Crown Point was immensely blissful as people came out in their numbers to celebrate the abolition of enslavement in the year 1834. Cultural Officer 2 at the Department of Culture, Mr. Jesse Taylor, said he was pleased to conclude the Tobago Heritage Festival on emancipation.
So it was long, it was 10 years, and it was worth the hard work. It took us a little over 6 weeks to try to pull this together, given all the economic climate and the challenges, and coming out of COVID, post-COVID, we met some challenges, but largely I think that our greatest resource was the human resource.
According to Mr. Taylor, the festival was scaled down this year due to economic challenges, but saw an increase in corporate sponsorship and investment. He said in the face of economic hardship, the festival persevered.
Today we are proud to be celebrating fruits of our labor. As you see, as you can feel it, we are out here in the sun, but really enjoying what we have to offer the world as we stand ready to and open for business. Our tourism product remains first and foremost of what we do, and how we position that is very important. This is just one step in a large journey, and hence it's called Footprints of Freedom.
Several cultural icons were also honored for their contributions to the development of Tobago's cultural landscape.
I was really impressed by the large intake of by the consumption rather by the young people. I really am pleased to see PAN being involved, and as we pay homage not just to people but to things, those skills that we are blessed with. Today we've started with 20 honorees, and 3 of whom unfortunately have been awarded posthumously, but homage as we seek to honor, we celebrate and we inspire.
Chief Secretary Farley Augustine echoed the sentiments and further admonished Tobagonians to appreciate their uniqueness and embrace their Africanness.
Last year when I spoke to you about being proud of who you are and celebrating within the castles of your own skin. I told you last year you should not bleach. I told you last year you should support reparations. I told you last year that education is the most important issue for the black community in Trinidad.
Janae Campbell, Tobago Updates Television News.
Well, on August 1st of each year, history has it that a public holiday was declared in honor of the enslaved Africans. In light of this, it was no different this year as the streets of Crown Point came alive for Tobago's Emancipation Day celebrations. Reporter Biana Brebner was in Crown Point and brings you highlights.
Mukujumbis, dancers and several cultural groups took to the streets of Crown Point yesterday, chanting, chipping, singing and dancing to the rhythm of folk songs while dressed in a variety of African attire, as the horn blew to signal the start of the vibrant procession for the Emancipation Day celebration. Cultural performances, historical discussions, and festivities to honor the significance of emancipation of enslaved individuals and to bring awareness of the struggles and achievements attained. Emancipation is commemorated as a victory over injustice and a reminder of the need of preserving human rights.
Incredible. It's a time of the year where I guess a lot of folks get to express their Africanness, although I do believe that it should happen throughout the year.
Meanwhile, Lyndon Lashley, a performer at the Old Time Wedding in Moriah, feels that emancipation is a recognition of what our foreparents went through in order to achieve freedom and express their individuality.
It's a understand what our ancestors and those before us would have went through and gone through, and to understand what it is to have a kind of freedom to be able to express each individuality.
However, Anton Williams said that people who lack self-awareness are like a tree without a root. As a result, learning about our country's history and culture is critical.
We need to fundamentally somehow integrate educating ourselves on the true history and culture of oneself, because it is fundamentally important. Without knowledge of self, you are lost.
With the inclusion of the 12th tribe of Israel Tobago in the Emancipation Day celebration, active member Karen John feels that emancipation is a significant issue.
Emancipation for us is a serious thing. That is the time when we get the release from slavery, but actually we believe that we're still in a mental slavery.
Though the celebrations frequently include a procession, cultural performances, and conversations about the impact of slavery on society, it serves as a reminder of the significant struggle for freedom. Biana Brebner reporting for Tobago Updates Television News.
Well, with the Tobago Heritage Festival now concluded, anticipation is building for the upcoming Tobago Carnival scheduled for October. The Division of Tourism, Culture, Antiquities and Transportation announced the launch date for Tobago Carnival, which is set for August 31st with the exciting Bago Jam event. The Shore Park Cultural Complex will host the festivities following a similar format to last year's edition. While Bago Jam was free in 2022, it remains uncertain whether it will be a ticketed event this time around. Meanwhile, Fog Angels are gearing up to launch their band at 9 p.m. tonight, joining Blush, Iconic Mass, and Jade Monkey Mass, which have already unveiled their vibrant costumes. Well, you're viewing the Tobago Updates Television News. More when we return.
Summerama, real steam for the summer at standard. Is a dream for the summer. Dreamy, steamy, standard. What you have? All the best deals, no drama. Standard be beat like a hammer. Go tell your friend, tell your papa, tell your mama. We got more, we got more. Standards are what is searching for. Quality brand, discounts galore. New things for the summer, online in store. Summertime is here, so make the most out of it at Standard. Never beaten on quality and price. Ignite.
Jimmy's Holiday Resorts has 1, 2, and 3 bedroom fully self-contained apartments located at the heart of Crown Point. Minutes walk to the popular beaches, restaurants, bars, and the airport. Enjoy our amazing amenities such as fully equipped apartments complete with Wi-Fi, AC, TV, and a pool, and a mini-mart on the compound. Call 639-8292 or 8929. Jimmy's Holiday Resorts is your family's home away from home.
Everybody only worrying. Never ever worry. Don't mind how things looking hard. I tell them never ever worry. If your nice car get damaged bad, I tell them never ever worry. What I'm saying is true. So just consider Tatil is always right here for you. I tell them never ever worry. Don't mind if life make you sad. I tell them never ever worry. If your house get flooded out real bad, I tell them never ever worry. What I'm saying is true. So just consider Tatil is always right here for you. I tell them never ever worry. If sickness catch you off guard, I tell them never ever worry. If times fall on you real hard, I tell them never ever worry. What I'm saying is true. So just consider Tatil will always be here for you.
Never worry about a thing. Tatil, where people are people. You know what I mean.
Tobago, after freeness is more speed and better TV. Get a free Samsung smartphone and free installation, plus 200 megabits per second, Paramount Plus, and more for only $299 with a select 200 plan from Flow. Visit online at discoverflow.co today.
Tobago Glass Supplies has been a leading name for over 37 years in the glass and aluminum market in Tobago. We provide an extensive range of high-quality, innovative aluminum and glass products for commercial and residential use. Competitive prices with superior and professional services by committed employees who are guided by rigid quality standards. Tobago Glass Supplies specializes in the manufacture and installation of glass and aluminum products that are essential to today's homeowners and the business environment. We are engaged in marketing, sales, and installation of a variety of products. These ranges from windows and doors to necessities such as mirrors for homes and vehicles, designed and manufactured in-house or imported.
With us. The Emancipation ceremony held in Trinidad on Tuesday was honored by African royalty. The connection between Trinidad and Tobago and Ghana goes beyond these superficial parallels as the transatlantic slave trade brought the nations together. Tanika Cruikshank tells us more in this report.
Prime Minister Dr. Keith Rowley highlighted the presence of the ruler of the Ashanti Kingdom, His Majesty Otumfu Osei Tutu II, as he joined the Emancipation Day celebration in Trinidad on Tuesday. According to the Ashanti Hini, the goal of his royal visit is to further cement the links that unite the two nations on a cultural and historical level.
Your Royal Highness, we in Trinidad and Tobago are indeed appreciative of this visit, and particularly at this time as we commemorate the emancipation from African enslavement in 1838.
The Prime Minister emphasized the contributions of citizens as regarding the work CLR James would have started in the 1800s.
We have done so, creating the world's first gas-based economy, developed innovations in the oil industry, established the world-class Point Lisas industrial estate. We can cite our achievements in sport, literature, education, and many other fields.
According to the Prime Minister, Trinidad and Tobago have not been distant because of the George Padmore Library in Accra, Ghana, which attests to the bond Trinidad and Tobago and Africa.
There could be some measure of continuous collaboration and exchange between your university and our University of the West Indies and the University of Trinidad and Tobago, as both our regions continue to focus on the advancing technologies and other disciplines as we travel into the 21st century.
Tanika Cruikshank, Tobago Updates Television News.
Sheldon Cyrus has been appointed as the new Director or Chief Executive Officer of the Children's Authority of Trinidad and Tobago. According to a press release, the organization warmly welcomed Cyrus, acknowledging his extensive experience in both private and public business management over a 20-year career. Cyrus expressed gratitude for leading the agency alongside dedicated professionals and emphasized his commitment to defending and supporting child rights, making child protection a collective responsibility. The Board of Management, executives, and staff welcomed Cyrus's appointment, considering it critical to address the growing needs of children and families in Trinidad and Tobago. The authority stated it is looking forward to collaborating with Cyrus in its mission. He replaced Nicola Harvey Mitchell. Well, recapping the headlines, Progressive Democratic Patriots relaunches for local government elections. Watson Duke vies for the mayor of Port of Spain, and the senior superintendent Roger Alexander cautions citizens on road alert groups. I'm Patricia Nicholson Richards, thanking you so much for joining us and wishing you a good night.